Good morning, race fans. Welcome to the NASCAR Report. I'm your host, Tyler White. Thank you for joining us today. We'll get to Watkins Glen in just a moment, but right now, let's take a look at that unfortunate tragedy that struck Saturday night at the Canandaigua Motorsports Park in Canandaigua, New York. 20-year-old Kevin Ward Jr. from Port Lane, New York, was racing against Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart spun Kevin Ward Jr. out, put him into the wall. Kevin Ward Jr. gets out of his car to confront Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart swerves to miss him, but unfortunately, he struck Kevin Ward Jr. He was taken to a nearby hospital where he died on the way. This is a statement Tony Stewart said in the media center. Quote, "There aren't words to describe the sadness I felt about the accident that took the life of Kevin Ward Jr. It's a very emotional time for all involved, and it is the reason I've decided not to participate in today's race at Watkins Glen. My thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and everyone affected by this tragedy." Close quote. At this hour, no criminal press charges will be pressed on Tony Stewart. The police says there's not enough evidence to press any criminal press charges. And our prayers are with Kevin Ward Jr.'s family, friends, everyone involved, especially Tony Stewart. Here's what I think what happened. I don't think this was deliberate. Tony Stewart, I saw the clip. Tony Stewart tried to miss him, but unfortunately misjudged it a little bit. I don't think it was intentional. I think this was just an accident. However, I will say this. It was an accident that could have been prevented. And I'm not saying this by any disrespect, by any means. But Kevin Ward Jr. would have been a whole lot more safer if he just stayed inside the car, waited till it was safe to do so to get out, and then waited until after the race to confront Tony Stewart. Now, do I think NASCAR should take action? Yes, they're going to take action. They've always took action in tragedies like this. 1990 at Atlanta. At this time, there were no pit road speed limits. But Ricky Rudd gets loose, hits one of Bill Elliott's crew members, and killed him. It struck and killed him. Then in 1991, NASCAR started making it mandatory for pit road speed limits. If you go past the speed limit, whether it be entering or exiting, you'll be black flagged and have to serve a pass-through penalty. And in my opinion, that's what made pit road more safer. The 2001 Daytona 500, Dale Earnhardt Sr. gets killed on the last lap, coming to the checkered flag. Then NASCAR decides to make it mandatory for Hans device, starts putting safer barriers at tracks, in walls, and also the Car of Tomorrow made it more safer, and I believe we've seen a whole lot of close calls, but the drivers walk away unhurt thanks to the safety equipment that was added when Dale Earnhardt Sr. was killed. So I think what NASCAR's reaction, they're going to make they're going to make it mandatory for drivers to wait until it is safe to do so to get out of the car, unless there's a fire. If there's a fire, they have no choice. They have to get out. But if there's no fire, I believe they should wait until it is safe to do so to get out. If they don't obey this law, I believe they're going to be fined $100,000 and suspended for at least one race. And now let's take a look at Saturday's Zippo 200. Excuse me. Marcus Ambrose, your winner. Congratulations, Marcus. Kyle Busch second, Joe Logano third, Brad Keselowski fourth, Matt Kenseth fifth, Chase Elliott sixth, Elliott Sadler seventh, Todd Dillon eighth, Paul Menard ninth, and Brian Scott 10th. Now, I think the Nationwide Series should have a race at Sonoma. We can see how excited the Nationwide Series is at Road America, at Watkins Glen, and at Mid-Ohio. I think a fourth road course should be added, and that should be Sonoma. And I believe the Truck Series should go back to Watkins Glen. I mean, the last time they raced at Watkins Glen was 2000. Mark Martin was the winner. 14 years is long enough. The Truck Series needs to return to Watkins Glen. That's my opinion. A look at the NASCAR Nationwide Series point standings. Chase Elliott, the points leader. Regan Smith second. Elliott Sadler third. Todd Dillon fourth. Brian Scott fifth. Trevor Bayne sixth. Brendan Gaughan seventh. Chris Buescher eighth. Ryan Reed ninth. And James Buescher 10th. Now, Chase Elliott, he's on a roll this year, folks. If he can have 3 more good finishes and at least win a race, I believe he will run away with the Nationwide Championship. That's my bold prediction, ladies and gentlemen. And a look at Sunday's Cheese at 355 at the Glen for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. For the first time in his NASCAR career, A.J. Allmendinger is your winner. Congratulations, A.J. He joins Eric Almirola as the two first-time winners in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Marcus Ambrose second, Kurt Busch third, Kyle Larson fourth, Carl Edwards fifth, Joey Logano sixth, Kevin Harvick seventh, Greg Biffle eighth, Matt Kenseth ninth, and Brian Vickers 10th. Now, it's no surprise A.J. Allmendinger won this race yesterday. I mean, in the two nationwide races he was in last year for Team Penske, he won them both. And they were both at road courses, Road America and Mid-Ohio. So it's no surprise that he won yesterday at Watkins Glen for the first time in his career in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Also, not to mention, he ran very well on road courses back when he was in Champ Car. So, no surprise he got his first career NASCAR Sprint Cup victory yesterday. A look at the point standings now. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves up to the points lead after his 11th place finish yesterday. Jeff Gordon drops to second after having battery problems yesterday. With his top 10 finish yesterday, Matt Kenseth moves up to third. Brad Keselowski drops down to fourth after crashing out early. Joey Logano moves up to fifth following his top 10 finish. Carl Edwards drops down to 6th. Jimmy Johnson 7th. Kevin Harvick 8th. Ryan Newman 9th. And Kyle Larson 10th. Now, I believe there are only 5 drivers that have won only one race this season in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Despite winning all the truck races he's raced in this year and 3 nationwide victories this year, Kyle Busch has only won one Sprint Cup race. That would be Auto Club in March. The Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. His brother Kurt Busch, he's only won one race, Martinsville. Denny Hamlin won Talladega. Eric Almirola won the Coke 0400 at Daytona, and A.J. Allmendinger won yesterday. Those are the 5 drivers that only have one win this year. But I believe the drivers with multiple wins this year will have a better shot at winning the championship. And there are 7 multiple winners this year. 3 of them have 3 wins. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Daytona 500, swept both races at Pocono. Jimmy Johnson won the Coca-Cola 600, won at Dover, and then won at Michigan. Brad Keselowski won at Vegas, won at Kentucky, and won at New Hampshire. And I believe running the Nationwide Series has helped him because he swept both races at Vegas, swept both races at New Hampshire, and he won Iowa in the Nationwide Series. And there are 4 two-time winners this year. Kevin Harvick won at Phoenix and Darlington. Carl Edwards won at Bristol and Sonoma. Joey Logano won at Texas and won at Richmond. And Jeff Gordon won at Kansas and won at Indianapolis. So the drivers with multiple wins, they're going to be a big factor in the championship this year. Because I believe it's going to take multiple wins for the championship this season. The last 5 seasons, we've seen drivers with 5 or more wins win the championship. So I believe multiple wins is really what's going to decide the champion this year. Alright, that is our show today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler White. We'll be back here Friday to get you ready for another exciting race weekend. We got doubleheader Saturday for you. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series at the Michigan International Speedway. And the NASCAR Nationwide Series doing some more road course racing at Mid-Ohio. And then on Sunday, the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series returns to Michigan International Speedway. Can Jimmy Johnson do the Michigan sweep? We'll have to find out. We'll be here on Friday to get you ready for the exciting racing weekend. We'll show you what you can expect. We'll have weather reports from Fox 2 in Detroit and ABC 6 in Columbus. We'll take a look back at a wild fuel mileage race in 2003. And if there are any new developments going on in the world of NASCAR, we'll be right here to let you know about them. Until then, this is Tyler White reminding you, for you to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We'll see you next time on the NASCAR Report, everybody. Have a great day!